So all you need for this is a roller and a tennis ball. If you do not have a tennis ball, you are going to want one. If you have a lacrosse ball, it's going to be a little too hard. If you wanted to use a trigger point therapy ball, you could. But the reason I like the tennis ball is it has some give to it. And I'm going to show you how to start rolling from the floor up so that we can get everything moving more efficiently the way it's supposed to move. So grab a tennis ball. If you don't have it right next to you, press pause and come back. Now that you have your tennis ball, you're going to place it on the floor underneath your feet. You're going to put your toes on the ball and the heel of your foot is on the floor. All right, so all I want you to do is I want you to provide some extension and flexion of your toes. So you're going to squeeze the ball with your toes and then you're going to extend the toes. So press down, give me some compression there, and release. Press, release. Ideally, this whole video should take us 15 minutes or less. Press and release. So now you're going to take that ball and you're going to rub underneath your toes. Get all the muscles there. And then you're going to give it a good brisk rub all over your foot. Now, some people love this and some people say it kills them. Some people don't feel anything. So it just really depends on the kind of footwear that you wear every single day, how much you're on your feet every single day. If you can, press and release. Press and release. Some people, this makes them shoot through the roof. This is super painful. But if you can put all your weight on that tennis ball, compress it and release it, go all the way around, even on that heel and in the middle of the foot, you're gonna feel some awesome little self-massage there. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go to the other foot. So toe on. Remember, from the side, your heel stays down. Press and release. Flex, extend. Flex, extend. Good. So a lot of times I see people doing this and the ball just shoots across the room. That's okay. Go grab it. Press and release. All right, so now let's rub underneath the toes. Really press hard. Heel stays down. And then you're going to give it a good brisk rub all over your foot. Just keep rubbing. You can do this for as long as you want. If you want to sit here and do this for a few minutes, do it. And then step and release. So again, some people feel nothing with this. Sometimes you'll feel one foot more than the other. Sometimes you will not be able to put all of your weight on here. It really just depends on you, but the more you do this, the better this is going to get. Press. Okay, so I told you we're going up. So the next thing we're going to roll is our calves. I love to use a roller that has a little bit of nodules on it. This one right here is, what is this roller? I don't know, but I can put, it's a Rumble roller. I can put it in the notes of how to get one of these if you want one of these. They have rollers that are have a little bit more bumps on them, but I think for your calves, if you have super tight calves, this is one of my favorites. If you feel like this is a little too much, you might want to go with a roller. There are black rollers, which are harder, and there are white rollers, which are softer. You're going to have to decide. I generally tell people to start with a white roller. For today, I'm using this for my calves and for my glutes and for my quads, and I like to use the black roller, so that's what I'm using. But for my calves, I'm starting with this. So you're going to put this on the biggest part of your calf, okay, right here. And you're just going to give me, without lifting your body, you're going to point and flex your foot. So you've got this on the biggest part of your calves. So you have two calf muscles. Do you know what they are? Your gastrocnemius and your soleus muscle. We're going to get both. So turn your toes out, point and flex. Turn your toes in, point and flex. You don't want to do this too fast. And then you're going to just go side to side. And again, you don't want to do this too fast. You want to just kind of get some blood going in those muscles. All right, so some of you are like, this is killing me. Some of you are like, I could do this all day long. That's okay. It doesn't have to hurt. But take one foot on top of the other, and we're going to go ahead and point and flex that bottom foot. And then you're going to turn your toe down and point and flex. And then you're going to turn it up and point and flex. Now here is where this is up to you. I'm going to lift my body and I'm going to roll my calf, okay? You could just kind of go side to side like this, and you could just roll this up and down like that and not even lift your body, and that might be just fine. I like to add a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and push myself up and I'm gonna roll my calf like this. I'm gonna turn it in, turn it in, turn it in, and then I'm going to rock it side to side as I'm going up and down, okay? That's killer, but I love it. Go ahead and switch. So now your other foot, point and flex, point and flex. Turn it in, point and flex. Turn it out, point and flex. Let's go ahead and roll it side to side. Remember, you don't have to lift your body weight up at all. You can just be right here, rolling it side to side like this. But I like to add a little more, so go ahead and turn that toe down, that whole calf, hit that whole calf. Side to side, now you can kind of rub it, right and left. There you go. And again, I'm using the one with the nodules on it. You don't have to, you can use that white roller, you can use that black roller, whatever you have to work with. The bigger the nodules, the harder it's gonna press into that calf, and it may be a little bit too much. All right, so enough of that. We're moving on up. I'm gonna have you hit the quads, all right? So you're gonna take your roller. I'm gonna go to my black roller now. And if you have a white one, you wanna use a white one. Go ahead and put this right at the top of your quads, right at the top of your leg. Now here is something I have come across is sometimes people will feel their lower back, so you have to make sure you're kind of braced in your core, okay, in your abs. So go ahead and take your roller and go halfway down and back up. Halfway down and back up. Right here you might be screaming. You might think this is nothing. Now go from the halfway point all the way right above the knee and back up halfway. Nice. Okay, now we're gonna get the whole quad, so I'm having to move my elbows here a little bit to let my whole body roll. Nice. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and go back to the top. You're going to bend your knees. Okay, got your knees bent? Go again. So we're gonna go all the way up and down. You can do halfway if you want. Let's go ahead and do halfway. And then we're gonna start at the halfway point and go down toward the knee and back up. Never roll the knee. All right, now we're gonna do the whole thing. Go all the way up, all the way down with your knees up like this. Nice. All right, so now go back to the top. Knees are still bent. Let your legs kind of drop side to side. Again, this is where you really have to brace that core. Side to side. And then walk yourself a little further out. Go side to side. How many quads do you have? You have 4. Makes sense, right? Let's get all of them. Go a little bit lower. Side to side. Nice. Okay, so now if that didn't get you enough, go back to the top. Put your toes down. So the toes need to stay in contact with the floor. Rub your legs laterally. Go side to side for me. Now, as you're doing that, go up and down, go up, go up, go up, go up, go up, go back. Nice. Roll, roll, roll. There. Awesome. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, so you can hang out there and do a little bit longer if you'd like, but we're gonna go to the glutes and the hips. So we're hitting the 3 big rocks here, okay? So I need you to now sit with your right glute, your right butt on this roller, so you can see I'm kind of like rocked a little bit to my right, your left. I'm gonna put my right elbow down, my right ankle, I'm gonna cross over my left knee. So right here I'm gonna start at the top of my hip and I'm gonna roll that whole glute. Roll it. Nice. And I think that you need to be doing this every single time before you work out. This needs to be part of your routine. Now go ahead and take this side to side. I try to do this every single day. I teach about every single day, so I try to do this before I teach, or if I don't do it before I teach, because I warm up with class, I definitely do it once a day. All right, so side to side, nice, good. You can drop, if it feels like it's just a little too much, you can always uncross and don't put all of the weight on there if you need to. Okay, so now we're gonna switch sides. And go to the other side. All right, so now you're gonna put your left glute on there. left elbow down, and you're gonna take your left foot over your right knee, and I need you to do the same thing. So we're just gonna hit from the top of the hip, all the way down that glute. I like to rock it side to side. Nice, and you will usually feel a little bit more on one side than you do the other. That's very normal. All right, so after you've gotten that one, and again, you can hang out here as long as you need to, we're gonna go to the T-spine, okay? So your thoracic spine is usually the culprit. If you've got lower back pain or neck pain, a lot of times people are super locked up right here, and so this will take the brunt, and this will take the brunt. So if you can roll your T-spine, a lot of times you will take a lot of pressure off the lower back and the cervical spine. Do not roll your lumbar spine, please. I see people do it all the time. I don't want you to crush your vertebrae, so let's go ahead and just start with that T-spine. So right at, like if ladies, it would be right at your bra strap area, right underneath those shoulder blades. I'm gonna take my hair, I'm gonna put my hands behind my head. I'm gonna lift my hips, and I'm gonna go, now look, you can see it's right here, okay? A lot of times I start with people and they go up too high. I want them to start right underneath those shoulder blades, all right? Drop your head, make it heavy, relax your head. Take those elbows, let them kind of drop. Your hips are up, you're gonna roll the top of the shoulders, back to that mid back. So right there, sometimes I'm doing this with people and I can hear pop, 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 pop. Chiropractic adjustment is free. Here we go. So now that you've done that a few times, go ahead and turn your elbows in toward each other and keep rolling. Get the rhomboids. That should feel amazing. All right, elbows back down. Now go right back to that, right underneath your shoulder blades, drop your hips. Feet come up a little bit. I want you to keep that head dropped. Drop your knees toward me. Drop them toward me. All right, so I'm dropping my knees to my left. You're probably dropping your knees to your right. I want you to take your elbow, your opposite elbow toward the hips. You're kind of crunching to the side there. So you're not crunching up. You're going sideways, the opposite direction of your knees, okay? So whichever way you're going the opposite direction of your knees. Slowly bring the knees up, drop them to the other side. Let those elbows rotate in. You're gonna feel like a bit of a pretzel. Back up, knees back to the center. Let's do it again. Take it to the side, knees drop, elbows go the opposite direction. Back to center, knees drop, elbows go the opposite direction. Nice. All right, back to the center. Go ahead and lift the hips up again. Let's roll again. Perfect. Nice. Okay, so right there, we did the T-spine. We did the hips and the glutes. We did your calves and we did your feet. So you should be ready to go. So right now is when I would tell you to go into your 3D maps, which are all of the different planes of motion for those lunges with the hands. And in fact, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do it right now. So if you have time with me, grab a towel. I like to use a towel. I forgot to tell you to grab one, so grab a towel. You're gonna take your towel, long ways like this, hand towel, pull it apart, okay? So now that you've rolled, I'm gonna have you go into your 3D maps. So you're gonna take your towel up, you're gonna step forward, reach, pull that towel, step back, pull it down toward your shin. Let's just do 3. Nice. Arms up over your head, okay? I'm gonna face you. You're gonna step to your right and you're gonna pull that towel to your left. Then you're going to cross over and pull it the other way. I want that towel right over your head, not in front, right over. Do it again. Side, pull. Side, pull. Hands in center. Go ahead and take the left foot. Look, my left foot stays planted. Pull that towel to your right. Right foot crosses over that left and pull it to your left. Pull. This should feel amazing right now. You're all rolled out. All right, now we're gonna switch legs. Left foot steps, reach. Left foot steps back. Reach up. We're just gonna do 3. Nice, arms all the way up. Let's go ahead and sit to your left, pull that towel, cross. Do it again. Sit, and cross. One more time. There. There, good. Take it right in front. I'm probably gonna step on my roller. Yep. Move it. Pay attention to your stance foot. Make sure it's not rotating in. If it is, you need to make your step back a little shorter. Good, okay. So we did your 3D maps, mobility. The stability is where you take a leg off the floor. We're gonna skip that one for this video because right now, you're ready to go. You're ready to do your workout. Go for a run, do whatever you gotta do. This should be like brushing your teeth. You are going to be able to move more efficiently in whatever exercise you're choosing to do right now, whether it's walking, running, doing a class, getting on a bike, playing a sport. You are now ready to move more efficiently.